Oh. Thank you. Very near me, you say. Is it in this room? What could we open there? Oh. We don't want that. Oh, we could have read some stuff in the meantime. Oh well. I don't want to be late for the library, but I do want to try to find this page you're talking about. Pod, I don't know how you remember all this stuff. Thought we already got the page from here. On the reading place next to the wall. Is it this? So I tried to grab that. It's not that. Aha. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. We got it. Okay, so let's go to the... Why is it not marked? Let's see. Oh. Going to steal? Can we steal successfully? I don't feel comfortable with it. Maybe at night. Maybe at night we'll come back. And we'll do that. Okay. It's a skill book. I hear what you're saying. I do. But I don't want us to get in trouble. We're trying not to be suspicious. Oh, shoot. There's no way down, so we gotta go up. I will try my best to remember that it's there. Brother librarian.
What would you like?
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most
Okay.
likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Really curious about these pages. Okay, so do we just... Is it here? No. Where do we sit to do this? I am confused. Aha. Oh boy. Wait. Oh, okay. They are very pretty books. That looks correct. I think that is correct also. Some of these letters are really hard to read. It might just be me, but I think this is correct. That's a big book. So scratchy. Some ASMR right there for you. Oops,
Grigor.
wrong person. Where's our librarian? Here he is.
My boy, what have you done?
Oh no.
This is a disaster.
Reputation gain, though. Oops, how did I screw that up? What did we do wrong there? I thought we were okay. So should we try it again?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
Okay. Should we ask him about the pages? Let's do it.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
Oh,
Do you know what it is?
I see. Type 505.
It
Oops.
appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet.
I have read some
We
of
have
that.
a few volumes by
Some
him
of
in
his
the
stuff.
library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Okay.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all 10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it.
He was just jealous.
But as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
Okay. I think that's all we can ask without raising suspicion. Let's look around for a couple more book pages. Maybe you're right, Pod. Maybe I should steal some of those books. That way I can at least gain some skill while we're waiting. I don't see any others here for now. Okay, so let's see what we can find on the shelf. So are these the kind of books we should be looking at? Ah, okay. So not these kind of books. Because these seem more like just general information. Hmm. So I feel like the description usually tells you what would level up. Okay. Well, I feel badly that we did not do the job properly. That's alright. So we're surviving day 1 so far. That's a plus.
Salve.
Oops. Don't worry, you have all Henry's life to train. No, we don't want to stay here forever. Let me check something really quickly. Because he gave us a couple of options in terms of either finding lockpicks or getting the key. Get the key to the cabinet. Oh, okay. So the brother librarian carries the key, or we'll have to pick the lock. Okay, and then until 6. We went a little too far. What are we supposed to be doing? Vespers, common supper. Okay. Can't remember which way it is.
Weak or sickly
Here we go.
brethren should be
Okay.
assigned task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness and at the same time not to overburden them or drive them away with excessive toil. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the applicant.
I forgot to check what the next time was. Let's try an hour. It might be 2, I don't know. That was my mistake. Okay. Oh, rat attorney.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me
Oh,
Siska.
that makes sense.
Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment?
I thought we were supposed to be quiet
Oh,
during
it's not important.
food time.
Welcome to purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll
Thanks for
see
the
soon
tip.
enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubits? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me.
That's really
I've
unfortunate.
no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
So you didn't need to come here if you didn't want to. They must have figured out that you robbed them. What will you do next, or that's all?
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder.
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
Your secret's safe with us. I don't want to entrust him yet for searching for Pious. What do you think about the other novices?
To hear what you
How
think
about
about the other novices.
that?
Tell me about
Antonius.
Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. Thanks.
That's all we'll ask him. That was Novice Siskin. I did see another pass by, but I don't know where he went.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. Except that he's not a stickler for rules.
You really don't know anything about anyone?
Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted.
Well, thanks anyway.
I thought he was going to tell us more.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone yet.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
Sorry, that was my mistake.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to him. I've never asked about him.
Never mind. Let's see.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer.
not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I want to try
Will
this
you tell me
again
something about yourself?
and do that other option.
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
You see, I'm looking for someone here.
You're looking for someone?
Oh no, we lost
You're
reputation.
a novice, aren't you?
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here. In the cloister, we're subject to divine law, the law of the church.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhoff farm. He's taken many lives.
I heard something about that. But why are you telling me all this?
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do to this man once you find him?
Talk to him. Then I'll see. Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter I'm looking for?
Didn't know we were
Don't
playing
know,
Among Us.
And I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me. Now I won't be able to sleep at night.
Oops, sorry, Lucas. Okay, well, maybe that was a mistake, who knows.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
Okay.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Okay, let's ask about the other novices,
I'm interested in the other novices.
without spilling the beans.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile and a new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got something to hide.
Everybody's so
I'd
suspicious.
keep well clear of him if I was you.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circators who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
Strange.
Someone really... What is it, brother? I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. What can you tell me about Siskin?
That there's no man alive less suitable for the monastic life than him.
You don't know young Lord Capon.
I've heard things. Siskin must have been like him, fighting, drinking, fornicating, but then he ended up in here.
Why is he in the monastery?
No one knows. Maybe he's hiding from something. Or maybe he's being punished.
Do you think he has a secret?
Don't we all? But unlike the others, he absolutely refuses to speak about his life before the monastery.
Okay, Siskin is kind of further on the list
That's all I
now.
wanted to know about him. Thanks. What about Yodok?
Be on good terms with him. If you show even the slightest hint you don't like him, he'll make your life hell. He's a slimy little pedant who'll rat you out to the superiors. Once he finishes his novitiate, I imagine he'll want to climb his way up the ladder to at least Sir Cater. He's a man who enjoys ordering others around.
I'm interested in Lucas.
No one knows much about him. He doesn't talk to anyone. He works, eats, sleeps, then does it all again the next day. It's as if he wanted to get it all over with as soon as possible. By it, I mean his entire life.
That's really sad.
That's all. Thanks.
Should we ask him about the lockpicks? Let's give it a try.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Solarius. They say he used to be a thief.
Okay.
Someone really reeked at Matins.
All these monks gossiping.
And people have no respect for writing these days.
Excuse me?
They'll learn.
I'm confused. Guess we're going this way. Sir Cater. Regular monk. I think that's a regular monk too. I should also keep on the lookout for pages from those books. Sorry, I'm going in circles at this point. I'm just trying to double check, that's all. Any pages in this reading room? / cafeteria? Hopefully no one catches me in here. Okay, we're good. That was just a teensy bit nerve-wracking. Okay, bed is up there. Maybe I can try to talk to somebody before we all go to sleep. This is the door to outside, right? Yep.
More like infuriating. A horrible, abominable waste of parchment. The young people have no respect for right.
Pretty heated discussion over there. Well, I guess we'll go upstairs for now. Keep getting lost. This isn't good. Okay, this is the library where we'll find our book. This was the alchemy room, where I thought there was the book to take. Or no, it was across the way. Oops.
Why is that? There was only a handful of bandits there. A handful.
Here it was. There. It's getting so dark now, it's really hard to see. Okay, not here.
While the lords are dealing with one lot of marauders and Plibis, there's another bunch pillaging somewhere
There
else.
we go.
There'll be no peace as long as Sigismund goes on ransacking Bohemia. Sure as the sun circles the earth. You know how to lift it.
There's Brother Solarius. Maybe I'll have to catch him tomorrow. Don't know where he could be. Alright, well, let's sleep and save for now, and maybe we can find him in the morning. Oh, bedroom is south. You did make it to a bedroom, so I hope this is the one. If only we were in good old Ratai, that would be nice. What do you mean? Oh, the fact that I'm saving all the time? Is that a problem? I hope I'm not messing it up for us then. That is a little scary. I thought I gave them enough time to get up so we could go pray. Oh, okay. Come on, folks, let's get to it. Hello. Everyone should be getting up by now, shouldn't they?
Peace be with you, brother.
All right. Race you to the chapel.
Can't you see we're at Mass?
Okay. No problem. I'll ask you later. We done yet? Okay. Well, as soon as we start walking around again for breakfast, maybe I'll try to talk to him real quick.
Praise be to our Lord. This is not a good time for questions, brother.
Okay. Is he gonna be the last one to leave? I might have to catch him in one of the in-between times. He really is the last one here.
I'm a new brother, a novice,
Okay.
Gregor. I don't know my way around here yet. You're in charge of the whole monastery, aren't you?
Welcome amongst us. Yes, yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's duties in his absence, but Mainly, I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
It's fine. Sure.
I don't know yet. Haven't been here long.
You're too humble. I'm sure you must have some opinion, but I won't pry it out of you.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Okay.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
I think it's funny that one of the options is to tell on Brother Nevelis, or Nevelis.
Will you tell me something about how the abbot is elected?
Of course. Abbot Peter is old, and we're afraid he'll soon be with our Heavenly Father. When he's gone, someone else will have to lead the monastery. All the elder brothers will assemble to choose who that is.
Anyone can become the abbot?
Precisely. We have two candidates, Nevlas and John. As the spiritual shepherd of all of the brothers here, I'm not allowed to publicly express a preference for either. And as a novice, you shouldn't be involved in the election. I know that some brothers have already begun scheming, but don't even think about getting mixed up in it. With the blessing of the Holy Spirit, all will end up as it should be.
Not sure if we should tell on Nevelis when it comes to the book. But I'm very curious about what the other forbidden books are.
The Rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on humility. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This is the virtue of those who hold nothing dearer to them than Christ, who, because of the holy service they have professed,
Gregor, talk to me.
and the glory of life everlasting, as soon as anything has been ordered.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
And cannot suffer any delay.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevlas. And there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, definitely. Compared to him, Nevlas is young and inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age, and he already has the respect that Nevlas will have to earn.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it too, I wonder if whatever potion we'll end up making will actually harm the
Praise be
abbots.
to Christ, brother.
We shall see.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices.
Okay, we already asked about
That's
all of them.
Thanks. I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Okay.
Well, that's all. Thank you for your time, brother.
Oh, Brother Nevelis is right next to us.
Talk to me, brother.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favour?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Nevlis, vote for Nevlis"?
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here. We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
It's a tricky situation.
What do you want me to find out?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity.
Okay.
As not to disturb anyone else.
What would you like?
Let be said rather early at the middle
I'd like
of
to
the
ask you
hour,
something about the monastery.
let them again do what work has to be done.
Okay, same questions.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brethren should be assigned
I've thought long and hard about it, and I've decided to support John.
and at the same time not to overburden them or drive them away with
Okay, that's it.
Their weakness must be taken into consideration. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said,
What would you like?
Oh, that's not who I wanted to talk to.
with my tongue, I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humble, and the silence even
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
Do you know anything about Yodok?
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friendly terms with the Circators. That's about it.
Okay.
Talk to me,
I
brother.
want to try to find Solarius while we're here.
I'm interested in the other novices. What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon.
I feel like we already heard this. Ha! There's Brother Solarius.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
He's not my opponent. He is my brother.
Exactly?
But find some dirt. I know. It's a very tricky situation, for sure.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
Nothing. Ooh, our intimidation is really high, but I don't know if I want to go that way.
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Just for fun. Pull the other one, my brother. It's got bells on. Anyway, you're barking up the wrong tree. I
Dang it.
can't help you.
That didn't work out. Can we try again?
Aha, Gregor. Talk to me.
Right. Dirt on the monastery.
I'm looking
Sure,
for
sure.
something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
What's it to you? Do you have some or not?
Peace, brother. There's no need to get all worked up. So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
We got through that kitchen area pretty well. Pretty easily. Okay. Sure. What was the deal? Oh, what? Why did it let us do this if we don't have any food yet? Huh, okay.
By reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words or words that move to laughter,
I'd probably get in trouble if I tried to leave, huh?
everywhere with a
Oh.
perpetual bow.
Guess we're alright. Where was that area? I can't remember. I am so terrible with interior spaces. Okay, not the big door. Was it in the kitchen area? It might have been. That's to outside. The area that we were trespassing in, but it seemed like it had some supplies. I think that may
And
be...
let him not shut his eyes to
yeah,
the faults
beyond,
of
that way in the
offenders,
kitchen.
But since he has the authority,
So we'll have to wait
let
at
him
night.
cut out those faults by the roots.
Once again. This is the area I'm talking about. I think that's where there was some extra food.
Let him correct with verbal admonition
Possibly.
the first and second time. But bold, hard, proud, and disobedient characters, he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and
We didn't do
other
anything. We're not in trouble.
punishments. Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words.
Uh-oh.
And again, beat
What are
your
you
son
doing
with the
here?
rod.
Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Did the time pass already?
You're right, brother.
This is your first warning. Don't do it again.
Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in hours in sacred reading. To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows.
No, we're still supposed to be here.
When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor at whatever is necessary.
Okay.
From the 4th hour until about
So I think for today, I'm probably going to end it at that. It's been very interesting to see Henry as, a monk. Hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully he'll be safe. We'll find out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for some of the newer folks in chat who are checking us out playing this game. We've been playing it for a long time. I'm hoping to get, through it soon, but not rush it because I definitely want to, enjoy the experience that we're having. Let me see who we can find to raid. Let me see.